Okay, take 3. I'm not going to tag anybody or mess up my screen. Carolyn, Nicole's mom, actually made me think of this today, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's so important. And if I was ever going to write a book, it would literally be about this subject because it's so common and I see it happen so much. And that's basically mothers and caregivers basically putting everyone else's needs ahead of their own, and then they basically suffer for it. But I am telling you, I'm not a mother, but I was a caregiver. I was a caregiver for 7 years. I had a husband who was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and it became debilitating. And I went from no cares in the world to overnight 24/7 caregiver. And the best way I could get through that, and it took obviously some time, and it took, trial and error of us figuring it out. But I realized that if I didn't take care of myself first, I was no good for him. And the more that I'd give myself the hour in the morning or whatever I needed to go get my exercise and to feel like I checked my box off that day, then the 23 hours that I was left caring for him was so much more enjoyable and with less resentment along the way. So like Carolyn had a hard time this week, and she was taking care of her mom's. She had to make all her mom's meals, and so she didn't get a chance to make her own. And that just happens so much. Mothers, they take care of all their kids, they get everybody ready to go, they take them to sports places, and everybody gets taken care of except for you. And you need to change that. You have to be first, because if you put yourself first, if you would have spent an hour making your own meals and then making something for your mothers or whoever else's, you're going to be so much better inside that everybody else around you is going to respond to it. If you feel like you didn't take care of yourself, now you feel bad about yourself, now you feel like you've neglected, you didn't hit your goal, and then it's almost like there becomes a resentment sometimes too with that. So it's like it affects everyone else around you, but nobody that you're taking care of wants you to take time away from you. They want you to get that. They want you to be the best that you can be. And so the only way you can do that is if you make sure that you are number one. You're the priority, because, and again, I don't mean like all day long, but I mean, whatever your goal is or whatever you have set for yourself to do, you need to take the time and make that the most important, because everybody else, your kids, your mom, your whoever you're taking care of, is going to respond so much better to a happy you and a you that feels good about themselves and is proud of themselves for their accomplishments than they are going to be about the mom who is upset because she didn't hit her goal today because she spent all her time running her kids around, and the mom who spent all her time cooking for her grandparents and then didn't think about herself. So I hope that makes sense. And I don't mean it in like a bad way. I honestly, the only way I survived caregiving with my husband and we were able to have the best quality of life together until he died was making sure that I took time for me. That was the most important. And that made me so much better for him. So I hope that makes sense. And I love everybody's check-ins today. Keep it up, guys. You're doing amazing. And I will see you guys soon.